wanted to give you a video on something that's been personally on my own heart. How to get rid of poison ivy on your land. Now, in some places, you might not be able to do what I'm going to suggest, but for us, we've been able to do it, and I realized how well it worked, and I'm very, very excited about this year to see if poison ivy grows. So a few years ago, we decided to put our pigs, last year we decided to put our pigs in the woods here where there was poison ivy. Everybody was like, no, you're gonna get poison ivy, Mom, but in the winter, I didn't last year. I was all around it. It was basically kind of dormant, I guess. But I don't know if poison ivy was ever dormant because our kids got it so bad in the fall, which I was so shocked about. My daughter's face was swollen and her whole body, head to toe, was covered in poison ivy. It was a horrible experience. It was a complete nightmare. So I've been trying to figure out how can we get rid of this poison ivy, and I realized last year we put the pigs in this area and they had rooted up some big roots. Here's one big poison ivy root, and it's actually not in the ground anymore because the pigs rooted it up. See? So they break the roots, and look at this big poison ivy. This tree is dead. We're gonna be cutting it down, but look at that big poison ivy root. So I just pulled off all of these. So last year I couldn't do it. Last year they broke them and they were still kind of alive. Today, now, this winter, a year later, they are completely dead, just breaking right off and being able to pull right off the tree. So I just pulled off a ton off of this tree here. It was wrapped all around. As you can see, I'm not tall enough to grab the ones that are way up there. But if I have somebody who's taller than me who could just grab that, they could pull that all the way off. So I'm really excited about this. Here was a big, I don't know if you can see that, that was where the vine was, and Colby just broke it down at the bottom, and this year it totally died, and I was able to pull it off the tree, which I am so incredibly excited about. So now we can use this part of the woods without the kids getting poison ivy. So I'm going to bring the pigs this summer deeper into the woods where we have poison ivy. So we have this tree right here. So the pig basically was to this tree line last year, and here's another vine he broke off of this tree. So you can see this is also dead. I still wear gloves because I just want to make sure I'm not gonna get poison ivy, but he broke that off, and this one I can pull right down. So I'll try to show you that in video. But over here, he has not been over here, and that is alive. That tree right there, that has poison ivy growing all over it. All the trees in the back here just have poison ivy. Our kids, we kind of did something not so smart. We decided to try to find a place that didn't have poison ivy, and we put a ninja course there, and then that's how they ended up with poison ivy. So some dumb parenting, but that's okay. We live and learn, and so honestly, I didn't realize what the pig was going to do to the poison ivy. I was hoping that it would root out. That's why I put the pig in there last year. Colby was in there last year. And I just imagined that he would kill it and we'll see what happens. Maybe more would grow. Well, last year nothing grew. And this year the whole vine is dead. So this year, the way I realized it is because it was like a light bulb went on, is because this year we put the pigs in here. Here's Colby. Hi, Colby. He saw me walking over here, so he's waiting. But these two, we decided to put around this poison ivy tree. And I don't know if you can see, the fence is on right now. I don't know if you can see that big vine right there off that big tree. There's a vine hanging to the left right there. I walked over there earlier, maybe about a few weeks ago, and noticed they had eaten that vine off of the tree and broke it. And I pulled it and I said, wow, oh my goodness. So I walked over to the woods over on the other side where we had Colby last year, and I lifted up with a tool because I didn't want to get poison ivy. I lifted up with a tool and touched the branches and noticed, wow, they are all dead, where I can pull them right off the tree. Now last spring when I touched them, I couldn't do that. They were just eaten and like broken off, and they were just really still stuck wrapped around the tree. So I walked over and I was able to lift them off, and I pulled this all off. So I don't know so much about poison ivy, so I put it on a tarp. I'm trying to get everything I pull off just in case there is something alive, which doesn't seem like it at all, but I'm going to bring it way down where we never go. You don't want to burn poison ivy. I've heard horror stories about burning poison ivy and getting it in your lungs and having poison ivy inside. So forget that. Won't be doing that. So we'll just let it die down at the very bottom of our hill. There's a wall where nobody goes. We'll just let it die down there. So I'm going to pull it all down there. So that is the work of Kobe from last year to now. All of that poison ivy, and the kids are going to be so excited when I tell them that I took all the poison ivy vines off, and they can have their ninja course now. Right, Kiara? You excited? She's filming now for me. She's got a huge smile on her face because we all hate poison ivy.
Life and subscribe. Now he's on. Like and subscribe.